Delegates to the presidential primaries are beautiful brides. No aspirants dare joke with their power to elect or reject. This is why the aspirants are courting them. As accredited representatives, the party is bound by the choice they make on its behalf at the primary. This is the beauty of internal democracy and elective convention. June 29th is the primary of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC. But the race for the ticket started a long time ago. Serious aspirants have deployed their weapons of incisive wit and foresight. The frontline aspirant is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Others eyeing the ticket are Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade, his Ebonyi State counterpart Dave Umahi, Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi, Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello, and Jigawa State Governor Mohammed Badaru. Others are Senate President Ahmed Lawan, former Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, former Minister of Niger Delta Godswill Akpabio, and former Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Dr. Gbonaya Onu, former Imo State Governor Rocha Sokorocha, and former Ogun State Governor Abinkule Amosu. Pastor Tunde Bakare, former Minister of State for Education Emeka Nwanjiaba, former Senate President Ken Nnamani, and former Zamfara State Governor Ahmed Yarima. Also on the list are Senator Ajayi Borofis, the only female aspirant, Uju Ohenye, a pastor, Nicholas Nwagbo, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dimeji Bankole, and businessman Ten Jack Rich. Feeble-minded aspirants who chickened out of the race opted for withdrawal because the delegates were not looking in their direction. Experienced aspirants would have peeped into the future, visualizing the titanic struggle, anticipating challenges, and sharpening their skills for delegate targeting. The hunt for delegates is challenging. Nigeria is a big and diverse country. Mobilization is a huge task. It is time consuming, energy sapping, and highly expensive. The political field is also slippery. The race cannot be a walkover. It could only be dirty. It is the survivor of the fittest. The ticket, as it is being said, is not served on platter. The presidential convention built for Eagle Square, Abuja, will only be a climax of scheming, positioning, wheeling and dealing, clash of strategies, and meticulous planning by contenders. The anticipated reward for the grand preparation will be victory for the candidate. They would be delegates on their part put efforts into the struggle to be counted. It constitutes a boost to their political profile and careers, particularly as the grassroots and non-delegate members of the party envy their transient privileged positions. Delegates may also be raw materials for political bargaining and sealing of pacts of agreement in the interest of the future. The abrupt withdrawal of an aspirant from the race may momentarily box in his loyal delegates into confusion. Some may desert afterwards as sheep without shepherd. The journey is tortuous. The battles are in layers, starting from the installation of party officers at state congresses. No single aspirant can personally boast of a broad-based support or spread. The secret is bridge building, nurturing of alliance across zones and states, and consolidations of joint and cross-sectional structures. Failure at the state congress level to secure input into the emergence of ward local government and state executive committees of the party may spell doom during the election of delegates for the presidential primary. There is a linkage and bond. That is why an astute aspirant will think ahead. Those in control of party structures have a comparative advantage and intra-party power and wherewithal to raise delegates for the one-day event and singular activity of picking the presidential standard bearer for next year's election. The stakes are high for either consensus, which may be through affirmation, or democratic elective primary, which may involve secret or open balloting. there are two kinds of delegates recognized by the party rules and guidelines. The first is the privileged court of superdelegates, commonly referred to as statutory. They are influential chieftains, including president, vice president, current and former governors, and their deputies, National Assembly members, state lawmakers, members of the National Working Committee (NWC) and National Executive Committee (NEC), and chairmen of councils. The second are mass delegates, otherwise known as elected. Only few elected delegates are independently minded. They are usually under influence of party leaders who threw them up. The exact number of delegates are unknown. Until the list is approved by the party, even the names of statutory delegates across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) is still being collated. 3 chieftains are expected to be elected as national delegates from each of the 774 local government areas, making a total of 2,322. If the 18 delegates from 6 Abuja councils are added, the figure will be 2,340. Although the number can be determined, it may not be sacrosanct because local issues may thwart efforts to choose delegates in some local governments and states, particularly in some crisis reading chapters. According to party sources, over 7,000 delegates are likely to elect the flag bearer. This may be subjective or tentative until party finally approves the list. The preliminary breakdown shows that in the Southwest, which is made up of 6 states, has 1,568, Osun 308, Lagos 304, Oyo 29, Ogun 248, Ekiti 216, and Ondo 200. South, also with 6 states, has 919 delegates. Cross River 194, Delta 170, Edo 168, Akwa Ibom 165, Rivers 151, and Bayelsa 71. The Southeast has 838 from 5 states: Imo 236, Anambra 163, Ebonyi 154, Abia 154, and Enugu 131. In the North Central, with 6 states, there are 1,278 delegates. Niger has 251, Nasarawa 245, Kogi 222, Kwara 195, Plateau 185, and Benue 180. The Northwest has 1,924. Kano has 465, Katsina 384, Jigawa 266, Kaduna 234, Kebbi 213, Sokoto 193, and Zamfara 169. From the Northeast are 1,212 delegates. Borno has 324, Yobe 222, Bauchi 202, Adamawa 184, Taraba 146, and Gombe 134. Local issues that shaped the outcome of rancorous primaries in crisis reading chapters may resurface. There may be parallel exercise in some polarized chapters. In anticipation of the scenario, appeal committees will be in place to provide opportunity for ventilation of grievances. For a candidate to emerge, he must pool the highest number of delegate votes at the convention. It will not be a tea party.